posted recently on LinkedIn. I was stalking you a little bit. I was looking at your LinkedIn profile, just getting some background info on you. And you posted this really interesting post where you highlight the skills shortage in the SAP space. Tell us more about the skills shortage and how you think this might affect innovation in the future.
So as I see, like one is getting more out of your existing resources, but I think, and as you've said, there's a mainstream maintenance deadline for SAP ECC in 2027. So a lot of organizations are working on the plans to move to the cloud over the next few years. That in turn is leading to a little bit of a crunch in resources. So it can be hard to find the qualified people in areas like S/4HANA and SAP Business Technology Platform. We are doing a number of things. One is trying to work with universities. We have SAP Next Gen as a program that works with universities and with the ecosystem to try and get young people to realize just what a great career choice SAP can be. We're not necessarily a household word among younger generation, but given how core SAP is to running a big chunk of the world, it's estimated that over 70% of the world's transactions touch an SAP system at some point or other. Mm-hmm. We do think this is a big opportunity, so we're investing in that area. Actually, I was at an event in Stockholm yesterday. One of the local consulting partners had a great program that they called it STEP, for SAP Technology Education Program. And it was placing university students with customers and then coaching them throughout the project. So it was like half training, half consulting. And it just seemed that was more of that we need in order to get more people available to implement these great new technologies.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to have that outreach at the university level to educate kids and get them excited about potentially working in the SAP ecosystem. So when you look at all the innovation that you guys are working on now and which you have on the horizon for the future, what are some other innovations that you might have in development that isn't super secret or super confidential that you could tell us about? What are you most excited about?
So let me go big picture, because that's kind of part of my role. So we have some existing technologies that work great today. So notably Signavio, this SAP Signavio is a business process management solution, and it's a fantastic business-oriented complement to technology strategy. So this really looks at your organization, not from a technology process point of view, but just from a process point of view in terms of like who is supposed to do what. What does the workflow look like? And it's a great platform to allow you to collaborate about the future vision of your organization in the future. A lot of the organizations I'm talking to are interested in changing their business models. A lot of organizations that make things would like to add digital services. That requires a whole bunch of changes to the customer interactions. They might need to bill in new ways. The logistics are different. So instead of diving straight into the technology and then trying to do everything through the technology change, which, as I'm sure you know, can lead to problems, do it more at the business process level, separate from the technology. So that's what the suite of solutions does. I say it's a great thing to check out if people haven't already done so. But now we're integrating it with the rest of the technology platform. So we have process mining. So you can actually point Signavio at your existing systems, and it will go through and figure out where's the lowest hanging fruit. Where are the parts of your business processes where you're missing an opportunity to automate? Or you can start doing comparisons between one region and another region. It's like, why is this region doing it differently? Which one should we do more integrated way? So we literally give you a best run score, like a little scorecard. We fired your systems and we give you a bunch of scorecards, and here's where you could do some improvements. I was actually talking to an organization called Blue Diamond Growers. They're an almond growing cooperative out of California.
Yes, I
Um,
use their product regularly.
all right, there you go. So they were using Signavio, and I have a quote somewhere that again, they was one of the Innovation Award entries, so you can find it yourself. But it's basically along said, I was a little bit skeptical, but I pointed at our system, and wow, it gave me all of these ready to look at opportunities for things that I could do better. So the first part is identifying the problems, but now increasingly we have the SAP S4HANA or SAP BTP best practices. So we can say, look, you have this process is very manual and slow, and often you have a lot of variations. Would you like to automate that with this best practice? And in the cloud world, we can start increasingly implementing that for you, right? So we're getting closer to the notion of like one-click innovation. And
Right.
bigger picture, over time, this is called SAP. Signavio calls it plug and gain. Just I don't know. I hate that term, but it's basically automated automation powered by AI. Right? You think about it. We've got these incredible amount of information about how our systems are working. We've got great best practices. We can identify the delta, and we have all of the knowledge we need to fix the delta. So increasingly, we should use the power of technology to turn technological innovation into a business process itself. So the analogy I've been using is today innovation is like a staircase. It's a very manual, physical process. Like each step, I have to go, okay, now the next step, pause, wait. In the future, it should look a lot more like an escalator, where I simply step on and I'm using the power of the system itself to continually take me to the next level, and I can just enjoy that innovation ride.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that's obviously a vision, but there's a lot of reality there, especially now with AI.